Peace, it's Equality Fragrances coming to you from Prince George's County, Maryland. Welcome to the Cypher. Today, I'm gonna be giving you 10 great Mother's Day fragrances for upcoming Mother's Day of 2022. These are all great gifts. Will have the woman in your life smelling absolutely stunning. A lot of these are breathtaking. I personally love these fragrances. So with that being said, I'm gonna have them in no particular order. Let's start the show. Coming in number 10 is a very sweet fragrance. It's youthful, it's playful, it's fun, it's invigorating, it's inviting. It leaves an excellent scent trail and gives you great longevity. This comes from one of my favorite houses within my collection. This is from the house of Mancera, and this is Juicy Flowers. Now with this fragrance, this is what happens when you take two of their fragrances and kind of blend it together. When you take fragrances like Jardin Exclusive from the same house and you take Instant Crush from the same house and you kind of somewhat blend them together, that's what you get here. Now, I have worn this, but I'm gonna be honest, this is a fragrance I really prefer to smell on a woman. I will wear Jardin Exclusive, but I really love to smell this on a woman. The scent trail is absolutely amazing. This is a head-turning fragrance coming from the house of Mancera. That's Juicy Flowers. Coming in number 9 is a perfect unisex scent that leans feminine in my opinion. This fragrance is so sensual and it's very alluring. It captures a person. When I purchased this fragrance last year, like I kept wanting to smell it anytime I wore it. I just wanted more and more. Extremely addicting and mood changing. This is coming from the house of Initio, and this is Musk Therapy. Stunning fragrance. Of course, you have that clean, sensual musk. You have some fruitiness led by black currant, which adds a little bit of tangy bitterness to the fragrance, with some white florals, that waxy, lemony white florals that comes from magnolia, beautiful hedion laid upon sandalwood. This is a very linear fragrance, but one that I'm telling you, get your nose on it. This is a must-have for me, especially in spring and summer. And this is Musk Therapy from Initio. Coming in number 8 is an amazing, sexy fragrance. This is great for a night out, ladies. One when you want to make an impression, this is one you definitely need to wear. Personally, I have worn this fragrance. I have received compliments wearing this fragrance, but you have to, as a man, wear it right. As a woman, it doesn't matter. Just wear it. This has legs. It performs all day long and leaves an excellent scent trail. This comes from a house that I kind of put on the map and created the hype about it. This comes from the house of Uniquee Luxury, and this is Istanbul. I did a full review. Check it out. After wearing this and experiencing it, this is very similar to Kilian's Love Don't Be Shy. But where people say that wears kind of light and not really beastly, this is a beastly performer. It has that neroli. It has toffee and vanilla, adding that dessert-like gourmand quality to it. There's some citruses and some fruits up top. All around, pound for pound, it is very similar to Kilian's Love Don't Be Shy, but for the price you can get this for 100 ml, you get more bang for your buck here. And that's Uniquee Luxury's Istanbul. Coming in number 7 is a very ambery, woody, slightly sparkly fragrance that is well blended and well rounded. There is a powderiness to this fragrance that lasts. This is great for work or a night out. You can dress this up, be casually. Now, I expect this fragrance to be more mature than some of the other fragrances. So 30 and up is probably where I would kind of lay when it comes to this fragrance. This is coming from the house of Masque Milano, and this is Petra. Now, in full transparency, I'm gonna be honest to you. This is almost like 95% similar to Coco Mademoiselle from the house of Chanel. I mean, it is almost spot on. Now, if you found that fragrance to be a little bit loud, screechy, but you like the composition, it's just too much for you, give this one a try. Me personally, I like this one a little bit better. I had 2 bottles of this and I gave 1 bottle to my mother. I do like this a little bit better, but I'm not gonna tell you how to spend your money, because at the end of the day, if you wear this and leave the house, people will still think you are smelling like Coco Mademoiselle. So that's just me being honest. Anyway, that's coming from the house of Masque Milano, and that's Petra. Coming in number 6 is a signature scent-worthy fragrance, but in the spring and summer, it's just gonna work. This fragrance is fruity, slightly jammy, aquatic rose. That's how I would describe this fragrance. Coming from the house of Maison Rebatchi, and this is Rose Rabachi. Stunning. 50 ml is what it comes in. Just overall a great rose fruity scent. Now this scent is very similar to fragrances like Atelier des Soeurs Rose Omeillade, but with Rose Omeillade, I get something a little bit darker because of that oud, which adds this spicy, almost leathery oud to it. If you remove that and took it out, you would almost be left with this, and the ambergris adds that aquatic feel to it. Very watery rose, very clean. And that comes from the house of Maison Rebatchi, and this is Rose Rabachi. Coming in number 5 is a very delicious, jammy rose fragrance. This is one I definitely enjoy smelling. Great for date nights. Oh my goodness. This is coming from the house of xerjoff, and this is Cambridge Club. Now this was a Harvey Nichols exclusive. I did a full review on it. Check it out. Now, full transparency, this is literally a 1-for-1 with Montale's Intense Cafe. So if you want to save you a little bit of money, always go with Intense Cafe. But this is slightly smoother. There's something about Montale's in the opening. It happens with every one of their fragrances. You almost get this sharp metallic vibe when you first spray it on. I think it's because of these bottles, because I don't get that in any Mancera fragrance. I only get it in their fragrances. But as it starts to dry down, that's when they really start to match up. But if you want something smooth right from the opening, this is one that I would recommend. And this is coming from the house of xerjoff. That's Cambridge Club. Coming in at number 4. I've talked about this fragrance ad nauseum. If you follow me and you don't have this fragrance, I do not know why you don't have it. This is Sunday Brunch Rooftop. Until I do a full review, if I put in a list, I'm just gonna be like, just get it. That's all I'm gonna say. And this is coming from the house of Killian, and this is Roses on Ice. This is a 1-for-1 for Hendrick's Gin. Very invigorating, bright, watery, clean, refreshing. Just get it. Killian's Roses on Ice. Coming in at number 3. It's probably one of the most perfect date night fragrances you can ever own. I've talked about this fragrance a lot. This fragrance is very sensual. It lingers. When I say lingers, if I sprayed it in the air right now and I came back an hour later or more, I would still smell it in the air when I entered the room. It just sticks. This is coming from the house of Rosendo Mateu, and this is number 5. I feel like I'm getting some rose, some creamy jasmine sambac, some warm spices, maybe a little bit of cardamom, a little bit of cloves maybe in here. Some sandalwood, which isn't listed, but I feel like I'm getting some smooth woodiness within the composition. You have that amber accord, which I get a lot of benzoin within that amber accord. I'm picking up a lot of it. Very warm fragrance. And then you have that sensual musk. Unisex. It is literally one of the best date night fragrances you can ever own. That's from the house of Rosendo Mateu. That's number 5. Coming in at number 2 is a compliment monster. This is a fragrance that is my favorite from the house. This fragrance is unisex. When I've worn it, I receive tons of compliments. When my girlfriend at the time wore this to a networking event, she said the whole night people was trying to figure out what she was wearing. This is coming from the house of Zaharoff, and this is Signature Rose. It's sparkly, it's bright, but yet resinous, very clean with a little bit of jaminess to it as well. Very resinous, woody. The dry down is absolutely stunning. This is just a great composition. It's almost like if you took fragrances like Portrait of a Lady in that same vein, because it has this churchy, almost resinous vibe to it with that myrrh and frankincense in here, but not like Portrait of a Lady. They are totally different. It's not redundant to have, but it's in the same category. Again, it's going to need its own separate review, but this is coming from the house of Zaharoff, and this is Signature Rose. Coming in number 1 is a photorealistic rose fragrance, a top 10 rose fragrance within my entire collection. This smells as if your skin was made of roses, extremely vibrant. There's a citrusy but yet jammy feel to it, but watery rose. This is coming from the house of Louis Vuitton, and this is Les Sables Roses. Literally, I can just say, just get it. There's nothing else I need to say. This is absolutely stunning. Anybody, if you in your 20s and you're a woman, you can wear this. And if you in your 50s and 60s, you can wear this. As a man, if you in your, probably most men don't really want to get into rose till they're about 37. So if you 37 up, you can wear this fragrance. But then again, wear what you like when you like. It just is what it is. But absolutely outstanding. Spring and summer is where I like to reach for this fragrance. And that's Les Sables Roses from Louis Vuitton. So those were 10 fragrance recommendations for Mother's Day of 2022. Don't forget to hit the like button. All my information from my socials. If you need to message me, make sure you follow me on IG. All of that will be in the description down below. And I'm going to leave you the way I greeted you. And that's the universal language of peace.